another sweet ride. At Metal Art Customs, make classics beautiful again. Making YouTube videos for all to see. I'm doing what I love. Check out my friends' channels in the description. Like, subscribe, and comment. Oh, here I am again, building another sweet ride. At Metal Art Customs, make classics beautiful again. Making YouTube videos for all to see. I'm doing what I love. Check out my friends' channels.
Good morning, everybody. Yes, sir. It's 9/11. 9/11. Thursday morning. I'm gonna get this fender sanded out. Take care of a couple spots I see on it. They're not hateful. Did pretty decent on the body work that he did. A little bit of a wave right there, no big deal. But all right, now that I had to change batteries already this morning, we'll get back where I was. Yeah, I'm gonna sand on a fender today. See if I can't get this thing sanded out and in the booth with the other fender. And yeah, go from there, I guess. I keep moving my tools around and forget where I put them. That's better. A little bit right there. Hey, now get back up here. That's better. Got to get all that poor 15 off the lip. That stuff ain't good to paint over. I keep getting everybody telling me I need to put on some weight. Tanya's telling me, you know, a bunch of my subscribers. Personally, I don't think I'm that skinny. I am trying to eat more. I guess I could use a little bit more weight. But I still don't see me being too skinny. I think I'm pretty good, you know. I got a gut. I got up this morning, I went out and sat on the deck to smoke a cigarette. I guess it kind of dawned on me that maybe I should put on a little bit of weight. A mosquito landed on my arm and was trying to give me blood. Yeah, so I guess I'll try to put on a little bit more weight here, guys. I'm just doing a rough end here. Once I get a good coat of Evercoat 4-to-1 on here, I'll be able to block it out, and it'll highlight the stuff that needs fixed. But overall, this thing's in really nice shape. You gotta expect a little bit here and there on something that's this old, you know? I mean, come on now. This thing survived a long time with this little bit of work that needs done. That's right. There it is. One step at a time. I'll be back to normal before you know it. Yeah, buddy. All right, let's roll this thing up and get the sucky part. I don't know, can you see there? I don't think you can. Let's move you around this way. Can you see yet? Yeah. How's that? This all gets covered up, but if I'm spraying, even if I don't spray it, I want it sanded so it'll stick. Same way with when I spray the paint. I want it etched up so the paint sticks. Ow. In Mopar, when they sprayed the body, they sprayed everything body color. So, how's this one getting sprayed? Everything will get body color. Except for inside the fender. We ain't worried about that. just set this back over here out of the way. Finger painting, I guess. He hung a lower skin on this door. And it's not hateful, but there is a little bit of wave to her. So, I'm going to smooth her out.
Here comes Sandy Sanderson, back at it again. Sand and paint, sand and primer, wet sanding, prepping for a beautiful paint job down in Metal Art Customs. Make it smooth so the paint lays out, shoot that clear to make it deep. Buff it out and make it sparkle, buff it out and make it shine. Buff it out and make it sparkle, buff it out and make it shine. Here comes Sandy Sanderson, back at it again. Sand and paint, sand and primer, wet sanding, prepping for a beautiful paint job down in Metal Art Customs. Make it smooth so the paint lays out, shoot that clear to make it deep. Buff it out and make it sparkle, buff it out and make it shine. Buff it person, back at it again. Sanding paint, sanding primer, wet sanding, prepping for a beautiful paint job down in Metal Art Custom. Make it smooth so the paint lays out. Shoot that clear to make it deep. Buff it out and make it sparkle. Buff it out and make it shine. Buff it out and make it sparkle. Buff it out and make it shine. I'm a hard-working man, 9 to 5, that's half of it. Work before sunrise till after sunset. Hard work, hard work. I push myself to the limit. Then one day God says, hold up, it's time for a break. Yes sir, I found the limit. You need to rely on me. You gotta focus on me. Gotta get back where you should be. Hard work, hard work. Sometimes you need a direct answer to stop and focus. And now it's time to heal, pray, recoup and build back. Hard work is a blessing. I'm a hard-working man, 9 to 5, that's half of it. Work before sunrise till after sunset. Hard work, harder work. I push myself to the limit. Then one day God says, hold up, it's time for a break. Yes sir, I found the limit. You need to rely on me. You gotta focus on me. Gotta get back where you should be. Hard work, hard work. Sometimes you need a direct answer to stop and focus. And now it's time to heal, pray, recoup and build back. Hard work is a blessing. I'm a hard-working man, 9 to 5, that's half of it.
Two-tone with a roar, out on the boulevard. Crank it up, hear the piston sound. Slamming gears, doing 80. T-tops off with my lady. Oldies on the radio, riding her around. Hot rods and classics make the world go round. V8's big boxes and shaking the ground. Show car, street car paint, that's a mile deep. First off the line and the baddest type of media. They say that the American dream's dead. Well, they ain't met my old friends. Flamethrower sitting on the tailpipe. Back roads and it's race night. Bet 100 make 100 more. From the dirt to the drag strip. Win the money, then we cash it. Same old crew like the week before. Hot rods and classics make the world go round. V8's big box engine shaking the ground. Show car, street car paint, that's a mile deep. First off the line and the baddest type of media. They say that the American dream's dead. Well, they ain't met my old friends. Oh, they ain't. Hell no, they ain't. Hot rods and classics make the world go round. V8's big box engine shaking the ground. Show car, street car paint, that's a mile deep. First off the line and the baddest type of meat. Yeah, they say that the American dream's dead. Well, they ain't met my old friends. Hot rods and classics big box and fastbacks.
It's warmed up a bit since this
V8s
morning,
and the
I'm
sounds
telling you.
make the world go round.
As it dries, you gotta go a little slower so you don't rip it open. I don't know what the heck that is.
Sandy Sanderson, sanding away at the classic vehicles, prepping the primer for a beautiful paint job from Naked Metal Art Customs. From rotten metal to shiny show car, Metal Art Customs makes it happen in his retired Pontiac dealership, making YouTube videos for all to see, making friends along the way, living the dream, playing with cars, never grow up, you never get old. Making friends along the way, living the dream, playing with cars, never grow up, you never get old. Making friends along the way, living the dream, playing with cars, never grow up, you never get old. Back from the dead, back from the dead, back from the dead, back from the dead.
Got a place of my own in a two-lane town. Had them on a motor since the century went down. The street signs were faded and the windows were gone, till I gave them new life and I turned the lights on. With a line them up, we roll them in. My shop is open, let the work begin.
Back from the dead, back from the dead, back from the dead, back
From the dead, 39 Ford with a new blue coat, O's 442 and a GTO, Bel Air and a T-Bird, a Model 8, take them off the trailer, drive them all away.
You know, I seen those and was a little concerned with it, thinking I'd have to glaze it, but I mean, I am feeling a little bit of it, but I'm gonna let it go because I think Evercoat 4-to-1 will fill almost every bit of that. So let me get a piece of sandpaper here and I'll get this top edge. I'll go ahead and hit it with the D8 and then I'll hit it with paper. Alright guys, I'm gonna call it a day on this one. We got a couple other things I gotta get done yet, but I've got one door hanging up in here, the hood and both fenders. Maybe tomorrow I can get the other door ready, go ahead and pop the deck lid off and get it ready. I can set the deck lid over here. I'd like to see both those, well, all that stuff sprayed, and it can set till Monday. Today is Thursday. Yeah, it can set till Monday. I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to get onto the Jeep tomorrow, but I'm gonna try. Depends on how long that door and this takes and getting this stuff primed. I definitely want to see it primed tomorrow. It would be nice anyways. And then I can get onto the Jeep and see how far I can get on it. But as for today, I'm out of here. All right guys, till the next one,
Blue
have a blessed evening.
sky, clouds, sunshine, cruising down the highway.